Young World, LOD 321, LOD versus the Internet. I want to tell you this story to show you and to break down to you why you don't own your own physical personal body, and also the hidden meaning of certain words that we use every day that we don't know where they came from. And this story is, I didn't make this up. This actually, I got this from Jordan Maxwell, who's like a person that knows mad stuff. You know what I mean? If you don't know who Jordan Maxwell is, you can look up Jordan Maxwell. And he has like a whole wealth of just crazy knowledge about all kind of stuff with the Illuminati, with the world. Just not even always the Illuminati. He just has a lot of knowledge about the world in general. But anyway, I'm gonna tell you this story. I'm gonna try to break it down in simplest terms and try to say it the right way so you can understand the whole meaning of what I'm trying to say. Like by the end, you should be able to understand it. Hopefully, you know what I mean. So basically, you gotta understand that there's two different kinds of law because the earth has two different things, which is land and water. You have the law of the land and you have the law of water. The law of the land is where people live and interact depending on your culture or location on earth. The law of land can be different in different spots, different places. But the law of water, also called the law of high seas or maritime admiralty law, is the superior law everywhere on the planet that dominates the entire world and is the law of money. That's the law that money falls under. The law of water or maritime admiralty law. So anytime you're dealing with banking or money, you're operating under the law of water. You gotta understand the words that are not picked by chance that have specific and interchangeable meanings when you refer to banking and water and certain laws. Like when you get in trouble, you have to go to court. Basketball and tennis are played on a court. You play tennis with a racket because it's all a game, it's all a racket. The whole entire system is one big racket. It's all one big game, as a lot of us know firsthand and personally. So when you're in court, the whole idea is to put the ball back into the other guy's court. The judge is the referee between the two teams. That's why he's in a black robe. So when you're in court, you're under the law of water. You got to put the ball back in the other guy's court. Your side says something, call your witnesses, do what you got to do. Then the prosecution does their side, back and forth. You're in court. It's a game. The judge rules from the bench. The word bench is a Latin word that means bank. You find banks on both sides of a river. That's why it's called a river bank. The river bank directs the flow of the current or the currency. That's what money is called, currency. The river bank directs the flow of the currency, the cash flow. Now, because of the law of water, a ship on the water is referred to as a female. Anytime you refer to a ship of any sort, you always say her or she because they are carrying goods or items for money. When a ship pulls into a harbor to deliver goods, it sits in its berth at the dock. Anytime a ship is parked, that's what it's called. It's sitting in its berth. Then the captain has to provide a certificate of manifest. It wasn't here yesterday, but it's here today, so it has manifested into existence at this location. Now, every item on the ship, whether it's iPhones or flat screen TVs, etc., came off the water on a ship. Every ship has a captain. The word captain comes from a Latin word which is capital, meaning money. So the captain represents the items or money that's on board of the ship. Like I said, the captain has to provide a certificate of manifest for the ship, including every item on the ship, how much it weighs, the color, how much it's worth, etc. Now, when you were born, your mother's water broke, and when it broke, you came out. That's why you need a birth certificate yourself, because human beings were born under the law of water. Your mom's water broke at birth. Your body is considered a maritime admiralty product. Your mother delivered you. That's why it's called the delivery room. Your mother/ship sits in berth in the delivery room, and you came down her birth canal. And just like when a ship pulls into its berth to deliver goods at the dock, it has the certificate of manifest. So when your mother delivers you from birth, your birth certificate has to be signed by the doctor. That's why it's called doctor. All these words and terms are maritime admiralty banking words. Banks, courts, lawyers, government, churches, religion all fall under international maritime admiralty law. This has been the case in at least America since 1868. Before that, Americans were considered sovereign citizens. In 1868, there was a company incorporated called the United States Corporation. The stipulations were that anyone who worked for the corporation would be called a citizen, not an employee. That's why when you apply for a job, they ask you, are you a U.S. citizen? Not if you're an American, but a citizen. You confirming out of your own mouth that you are a citizen allows you to work for this foreign corporation that operates under international maritime law. So the President of the United States is the president of a privately owned company called the United States. The word president is always used in corporate law, so the president is president of the private corporation owned by England, not America.